fucking birthday song? Playing a birthday song. I don't know whose fucking birthday it is, but welcome back, gang. What up, what up, what up? YouTube playing birthday songs over there. Happy birthday to you. I don't know. It's funky. How's everyone doing? What's up, gang? What's up, Eddie? Nate? Jan? I see you.
What's up, bro? How are you?
Good. What's going on? How you been? How was your week? How was the weekend? It's good. It's good.
Pretty decent week.
Good. Kenny not here. Detroit lost to the Knicks. Hold on, let me turn down this music. It's loud as hell in my ear. Alright. What's up, Nick? See ya. Okay, now I hear stuff. Boom. Let's do a little breakdown. Well, we closed bearish. Well, how did the weekly do last week? Closed bearish on the week too. Interesting. Closed bearish on a daily, and look at this gap up. Yeah. Okay. Coming in here, I see a daily range. Pretty big daily range. Let's go to the most recent price action here. Yeah, we're gonna adjust that level. Yep, perfect.
Hey, what's good, gang? What's good, Wicks? Welcome back.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you been?
Good, man. How was your week?
It's good. It was.
Happy to hear that.
It's not enough. I need more. I need like another month.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
I need like another month.
Yeah, the hour closed.
All right. So these are the ranges I currently see. Currently in front of us. Hold on. There might be a smaller range here. Yeah, I don't think that's too relevant. We'll look for that. All right. So not looking for sells yet. I'm looking to see if this can close back up in range. I'm looking to see what this candle will do. So we're just opened up in the hourly. We're pretty bearish. We're driven heavily off a higher time frame resistance here. Right, top wick on a daily, and then we've come straight down. At some point, we will come back up to this wick. Right, we will start filling this wick. We will retest the highs. The key is to understand when. And we've come down pretty heavy, and I would want to come down further off resistance. We do have a closure below here, so I'd want to come up, bounce off a clear resistance before we're taking sells, because as of right now, our stops will be massive. These ranges are huge, right? So this range is over 200 pips. So I'm gonna need to see a closure here, either back up in range and then look for buys up, or I'm gonna look for a break of this low and a closure, and we'll look for sells, right? If we can close bullish here and then break this area, this will give us nice levels to manage risk, and we will look for sells. We've been coming down, but if we do get a strong bullish closure here back up in range, we will look to see how we close, and we'll play the relationship of the current candle and the next candle. Meaning that depending on how this closes, like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, you know, depending on how it closes, we'll play the relationship of that and the next candle here. A lot depends on this candle, and once it closes, we might be waiting for the next candle. So if we close below this area, we close bullish but respecting this area, we'll wait for a close below here. We close bullish but above 33.15, 33.16, then we will wait on the next candle to tell us what it's going to do, whether it's going to drop or respect this support and come back up. But we've got very nice range all the way down here, and we've got very clean range up. We just got to figure out which way it's going. For now, we wait. I understand the hourly close. We don't have a bottom wick, but if we come down and make that bottom wick and still come back up in range, I'll look at us to make steeper highs or more highs, retest the highs. Oh, people at the Zoom door, come on in. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you guys. Glad you're back. I'm happy to be back. I've slept in my headphones for the week. Literally just slept in these. Hey, feel so out of place without doing what I usually do every day, right? My routine was thrown off, so glad to be back. Oh, you stink, Benny. You keep just same shit, different, same dog, same shit, same dog. Nice, rebreaking the highs here. But everything's closed bearish, right? We even had the hourly close below the range here, so there's nothing for me here. Just some waiting involved. Anyone do anything interesting last week? No, is this the peak of excitement for your week, everyone? Is this really where we top out? Great talk, everyone. Yes. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for keeping the conversation alive. I'm gonna go back to 2021 days where I'm just talking to nobody. I'm just talking to no crowd. Just pretend there's questions coming in from the internet world. Just got this email in here. We have a question. Shut up. Creating fake questions where pretending someone's asking and pretending someone's interested. Yo, stop fucking barking, bro. Go, you wanna go? Go. Oh, why he's barking? Oh, you're here. No. What are you doing? So that's not how you open it, you gotta pull it. Let me help you. I know there's a plastic layer, but you're leaking everywhere. Come here. I got you. Come here. You're trying to play it fine. That doesn't mean you gotta poke it with knives. Or scissors, whatever. I just walked into the kitchen. My 7-year-old's standing in there with scissors like a maniac. Come here. Just poking stuff. Here. There you go. Got it? Oh, this is good. Is that your yummy dance? It looks like my touchdown dance. Just walked into the kitchen. I opened the door and she's standing there like this with scissors, just looking at me like poking stuff.
No, with scissors?
Yeah. She's trying to open Jello, and she couldn't. She tried to peel it. You know, sometimes it doesn't peel, and it gets really hard to peel. So she's over there trying to poke a hole in the Jello to squeeze it out into a cup. I'm like, funny. Kind of held the higher time frame here. I wonder if we could get a bottom wick to this area here on the next closure. But there would probably be the next, maybe the next 15 if we close above these areas. If we close above 33.19, maybe the next 15 can take us back to the top. We'll see. I'm a little skeptical. The hourly doesn't have a bottom wick, but the hourly's closed at a support, right, on the higher time frame. This level here, and I personally want to go off the more recent price action. The more recent level is this area here. Also falls in line with the 15 support that closed right there. Be lovely if the next candle can come down, break this low to create a steeper bottom wick for the hourly, and then if we flip, then we'll have created a support. We'll be taking an entry with momentum, and we'll have decent stops for risk management.
Hey, Wix, I think Turpy's at the door.
Yeah, I just let him in. Thanks. 4 minutes. Let's see what happens. How's the kids, Jay? The kid.
Hey, yeah, she's good. Yeah, we took her out today all day outside. Obviously, we're not going indoors yet. And she's starting to see things. So when she looks at us, she just starts
yells
smiling.
for help?
And yeah. Who the fuck is this guy? And bro, I mean, she looks at me and my heart just melts, man, with that little cute smile. It's just incredible. And yeah, so we spent a good day. Obviously, her mom is still here. She's here till mid-June.
Nice.
And so it helps out a lot with the cooking and the cleaning and everything. And so she's doing really well. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Nice. Good. Glad to hear.
How's everybody on your end? Family, the 3 daughters?
They're chilling. They're,
Yeah.
yeah. literally chilling.
I mean, you've been through everything that I'm going through right now 3 times, so you know how it is. For me, it's the first time. So
We're done with the 3-wheeled scooters. Now we only have the regular
Ah, yeah,
scooters.
yeah.
Now we need to take off the training wheels off the bicycles, but we haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's time, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we're getting to that. We're getting to that age.
Yeah,
We're getting to
events
the
every
Dennis the
time.
Menace
That's pretty
age.
cool. Yeah, but they're girls, so it's not the same thing, man.
No, they're their own menaces. Their own.
Yeah,
version
no,
of
they
a
seem good
menace.
girls. Yeah, no, they seem like good girls when we see them on stream.
Oh,
And
that's because you don't hear the
they're
rest
still
of it.
devious. No, I mean, I know, bro. They're still devious in their own way, I'm sure. But no, they seem well educated and well behaved, so that's a good thing, man. No
Are you
matter what,
feeding-
that's what's important, right?
For sure.
Eating them nerds? Dogs can't eat nerds.
What?
I'm in the
Oh.
kitchen. My 7-year-old's in the kitchen by herself, eating candy with the
Yeah,
dog.
she'll kill the dog.
No, you can't feed him that because
No.
that'll hurt. Okay. Okay. Thank you. He's just scratching his tummy. All right.
By the way, I missed the first part of the stream before you guys got in. So I don't know. There's no YouTube link, and I'm guessing.
The YouTube link is just above the Zoom link.
So I missed it. All right, let me go grab it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. I'm missing a lot of the conversations. All right, let me log in there. Are you streaming normally this week, Wix?
What'd you say?
Are you going to be streaming normally this week?
Yeah, we should be back to my regular schedule.
Oh,
If this
okay.
was high school, people would be like, "You dumbass, you stupid! It's fucking right above the Zoom link, idiot." That's a high school for me. You can't even ask a question. You get like chalk thrown your way and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I remember those good old days. I'd be the bullies. I'd punch people in the face and be like, oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, here it is. Here's, you need my lunch money? And I'm like, bro, it took you way too long to give it to me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Funny how that's a collective experience. You genuinely ask a question and people just roast you, and you're like, dude.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? You'd be asking like it's shit that would be helpful to others too, and they like all of a sudden there's like a chair flying at your head.
I'll tell you why I did. That's why I never asked questions in high school. I always felt like if I raised my hand and said something, someone would roast me. So I'm just gonna not say anything, and
I'm gonna
Google
wait
it
somebody
later.
else to.
Yeah,
get
or I'll
roasted.
wait till somebody else. Or I know the answer, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get roasted for knowing stuff.
Not getting roasted for knowing stuff makes sense. Hey, if we could come down here and close below this area now that we have a top wick, we'd be driving off resistance. Or if we can close bullish here on the 30, wouldn't be bad either. To retest the highs. PC can't handle Zoom again, so here I am on YouTube. Oh, it kicked you out? The PC kicked you out? Not even me? Well, I feel like I'm back in my comfort zone, back at home,
That's
Back-
what's up.
back at equilibrium. I mean, you do something long enough, you don't do it one day, you feel like all out of place. literally, like, it was a good week off, but like I felt weird the whole week. Hey. 30 broke the previous 30. No, we can just get a closure. Doesn't look like much initially, but it's quite a bit of range here, up or down. Nice job streaming in Discord tonight. You streamed today? You guys had a stream today already? For market open? Nice. 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 People at the Zoom door. Come on in. But Trump's been pretty quiet the whole weekend, huh? Hasn't really disturbed anyone. Oh, today's a new episode of The Last of Us. I've been watching that with my daughter. Anybody else watching it? Streamed at 6 p.m. Caught 17. W. You got some cells here? Okay, so here we've closed below. We had a bullish candle. If we can now come back and fake out and close back below this area. Right, because this could go a few ways. This could go right like this right now, or we are just creating a bottom wick to re-break these highs. So I want to see that attempt to come down here, and then the market tell us up or down. Did you just saw what? Dopes saved. I'm confused. Oh, you're watching the playoffs. I'm watching the playoffs too, but I'm watching the Celtics right now. I'm watching Celtics Magic. Why, is Ovi playing right now? Watched the Knicks earlier, then I watched the Lakers. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, doesn't look it. Ovi is fucking big. Ovi is huge. He's a massive dude. And with that much mobility, it's crazy. I thought you couldn't do that if you left your feet, but he never left his feet. Seen that cross check, but oh well. It's a little tough here. The 4 hours bearish, right? But if the hourly closes bullish, right, and we've made these highs over here, and we technically have not had a range 2 breakout, can we now, right? And if we can say the hourly's closed bullish, we should come up, right? And the 4 hours closing bearish, it's going to need the top wick anyway. Can we take buys to create that top wick? All right, but first we're going to need a closure. Second of all, we're going to need a better closure than where it currently is right now. Oh, Montreal scored. Yeah, that's a goalie's goal. Should have stopped that. Jeff in the building. What's up, man? What is up? Hope all is well. How's your kids? How's the daughters? Hope they're chilling. I mean, we are some jewelers in here. Like, we're all like fathers of daughters. We're a rare breed, man. Okay, maybe we'll get this. Maybe we will see this closure below. Some really clean range here to the downside. We just had this. Am I bugging? We just had this song. Nah, this ain't gonna happen. We can't just had this song. Just had we started off the stream with a happy birthday song. Can't be doing that. This shit sounds like a lullaby. I need to fix this. All right. Oh. This is better than the birthday song. All right, we got more people at the Zoom door coming in. What's up, Jay? Hope all is well. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. $30 closes here in 2 minutes. The hourly doesn't really have a bottom wick. We broke the previous 30 high though. If we can pull back here, bounce off of support. This might not be this hour. So we broke the highs. If we can come down and make a bottom wick, a steep bottom wick, I might look for buys on the rebreak at a high, but we need to come down here. Tough part is that 15 started off with a top wick, couldn't really do much. And we have a 15 that closed with no top wick. which means you can't trade that candle, but you can wait for this one to create a top wick. This 15 just created one. It'd be like an... Alright. What's in your room? What got in your room? Give me a second, chat. Hold on. It's big and it's flying? Is it a mosquito? Oh, you gotta wait a second. I'll be there in a minute. Alright? There's something big and it's flying in their room. Told her I'll be there in a minute. I ain't fucking with it. They need to figure that shit out. Yeah, try to get me killed by a fucking beetle right now. Don't let it fly around, die on its own. Because we got weird shit in Florida. Like, half the shit flying around has been around since the dinosaurs. Be interesting. No, if you form a resistance and break it like we do for the range 2 breakout, but back in range, that could be interesting too. As in we close bearish here in this area. Oops, sorry. Right. If we then can break this high. Really interesting too. Yeah, it's not really a bottom wick. Which would actually fall in line, right? If this, we can close bearish here on this 15, that would fall in line. With the 30 pulling back, with this 15 not having a top wick. Bearish momentum for a bottom wick on the next hourly and then drive up. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I've had a good session. I'm up 43 pips tonight.
Interesting.
Yep. Last couple of weeks, I passed, well, it took me like a month, but I passed for 300K funded accounts. So last week was the first week trading them.
Fire.
And I've been doing pretty decent.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've only been trading one. I have the other one as a backup. I haven't figured out really a good copy trader. The only good one is like 250 bucks. And I don't know if I want to spend 250 bucks and then find out that kind of trash.
I'm going to put a buy stop on the breakout highs here. buy stop right here. Not risking too much here. It's going to be like a 90 pip stop, roughly 90 pip stop. We'll be back in range here. Yeah, if we break the highs now, previous candle stop. If the next candle, if we're able to close bearish here and the next candle breaks the high, we're gonna use this stop here. Be a current candle stop. Which time are we up here? 30? 1? Minutes for this 15 to close. Once this 15 closes here in 2 minutes, I need the next 15 to open up with a bottom wick. If it starts coming up first, I'll delete this buy stop. But we'll see. We'll see how it closes. Maybe we get no bottom wick. much range is it to come down here? Interesting. 1 minute here for 15. Okay, 15's closing here. Mutual bottom wick. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna delete this buy stop. Just to retest the lows. 30 pips. Like a bottom wick on this candle. If there's no bottom wick, maybe a closure above here. If not, there might be sells coming down. We would have to break the previous candle low. We were coming down here, we found resistance, right? Maybe that bottom wick that we need, we can trade to it. This closed back below range. Yeah, we might have sells as well. I just don't know yet. I'm gonna need this candle to give me some kind of indication. It's actually not bad. It just have to be a break of the previous candle low if there are sells. The 30 was a good closure, but it's very tough since this 15 doesn't have a bottom wick. Oh yeah, let's get rid of this. If the 30 does, and if it runs up, it'll be all the way to the top, right? 5. Yeah, this is 30 breaking the highs. I'm gonna put a buy stop up there. I have a buy stop up here. Once we break the highs, I'll let it rock. If not, it's a small stop, so I'll have the current re-break of the lows if this candle decides to come back. I'll let you know once we're activated. We're gonna have to re-break the highs and activate. If it re-breaks the highs and then comes back down, then it's gonna be actually not current. It's gonna be previous 30. Because the 30 has a bottom wick and it's a higher time frame than the 15. If it comes up, great. If it doesn't, if it decides to come back down into range, we'll look on the next hourly. I just like this clean range. $30 looking good. You figure the next 4 hour would make a top wick, right? Or the next hourly would make a top wick. If this hourly is going to be closing bullish, so let's see. Can we activate here? 9 minutes to go in the hourly. And I'll let you know when we're in. And I believe we are in here. Yep, we are in here. Oh my God!
Lot size.
Yes! Fuck! Oh well. Oh well. I'll hold on to it. Damn. This running here. Yeah, the current 30 low is probably going to be my thing. My stop. Yeah, I saw about 10, 12 pips max. 10 on the dot, actually, so. Yeah, once it re-breaks highs, I might go BE. I'm closing half right there. I'm moving stops to break even. I'm gonna see if this can run. Just closed half. And we're still here, still in it. Stops to break even. I closed half. Let's see if this come up. I said once it re-breaks its own high, I'll close it. So I did. Yeah, I closed half really quickly here because there we go, stops it. I don't want to risk it. I took it with the wrong lot size, so I just needed to close half. Yeah, I closed half at exactly 11 pips. Alright, let's get rid of this. Still think this will come up. I'm still off the opinion this will come up. Great start for your first trade back. Yeah. Great start would have been if we ran. I was hoping that thing fucking runs to the top of the range. For now, we got 4 minutes till the hourly close. Did that go through in the Discord? I don't know if these signals were connected. Oh, you see it, 10 and 0 right there. Perfect. It was 11, but 10 partials. Who scored? Ovi? Cap scored. Yeah, maybe we can see this run up, but if we can see that happen on the next hourly candle. Yeah, we got the signal, but still no buy stop. Like Michael, so alright. 2-2. Yeah, I see that. It's strange why it doesn't show the buy stop. I mean, it's a good thing I said it, but I don't know why it doesn't show the buy stop. It was supposed to. The thing is, for us to take it off the hourly the same way, we would need to see a rebreak of the previous hourly high after a bounce off support. I need a bottom wick here to come down, bounce off support. Buy stop didn't appear only once it was activated. That's like the big thing I was working on this week, for the buy stops to actually show up. So I think we should come up here. 13 seconds for the hourly to close. Look in here. Okay. Stuff. I'm gonna put a buy stop on the break of the previous hourly high. Not the current hourly. Previous hourly. We're expecting the 4 hour to make top wick. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a 4 hour. That was a spot 4 hour close. I was gonna say the hourly close bullish. We break the previous hourly, we should be coming up, and we'll have a stop. We'll have a decent stop. Let you know once I'm activated. Probably be the previous 30 for a stop here. Scandal. Got an 80 pip stop. Expect a pop. Pretty clean here the way it came up and came down. To the left. Hourly closed bullish at support. Back into range. Bottom wick. 30s closed bullish. Everything's closed bullish here every time frame. If we start breaking the previous 30 lows, we'll be probably looking to delete the buy stop. But we'll see. See how steep it hits. Yeah, we don't want to break the previous 30 lows. We want to maintain bullish structure. But I think that's going to fail here. $30 low broken. Had no bottom wick. Still intact with the hourly.
This dumped harder than my 401k.
And if it comes up now after this bottom wick, yeah, we should be good. If it breaks the lows here, we'll probably be looking for sells after closure. Would be interesting. Yeah, if we break the highs now, it'll be current candle stops here, current 1 hour stops, which would be 100 pips. Held support so far. I think if we break these highs, we'll be coming up. Kind of funny here. We break the highs, we should be coming up. We break the lows, we should be coming down. Five minutes for the 15. I don't want it to close bearish here. I want this to flip and drive, but sometimes you gotta wait. Shit. So buy stop active here, right? If we can break the highs in the next 4 minutes, it'll be interesting. That's a banger. I like this one.
Yeah, I was just about to say groovy music.
A little jazzy on here. Minutes here. We bounced off a support. Benny, where you been, Benny? Destroying the house? It's closing here, less than a minute. Yeah, 15 closed there. I'm gonna delete this buy stop here. It's bearish, way back down in range. It had a chance to come up, and then now it's rebreaking its own lows. So delete, 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 delete. See if we can close below here. If this starts driving down heavy, which it can, right? I'm not gonna be part of this. I'm gonna need a closure below this area. Once we close, great. Strong support, right? Look at that candle close, no bottom wick, shot straight up. As we're tapping here, we can be making a bottom wick for that previous candle to ride up. So I'm gonna make sure that's not the case. Oh, caps up 3-2 already. Third period. I missed the third goal. Oh, it just happened. All right. You know what's crazy? This AC behind me. So my AC broke last night for the house, and this one is separate, standalone, just for the office. And like it was like 95 degrees overnight in the house. I went in the office, it was like 60, and the damn AC was spitting out ice. Like ice was flying through the things right at my setup. It's like, what the fuck happened? Because it's not enough power, right? Gotta keep the whole fucking house. 2 floors, gotta keep everything cool.
Damn, bro.
I literally walked in here, and I see the just ice shooting. I was like, oh shit, stop.
Yeah, those mini splits, depending on where you put the fan speed, and even worse if you put the fan speed like really low, some people like them quiet, that can happen, yeah.
Yeah, I put it to like 60 degrees. Yeah, it was literally chunks of ice just flying out of there. I was like, I came in here, I was like, what's that sound? Benny's barking like we have an intruder and shit. He's by the door like, let me at him, let me at him. Arr! I opened the door and it's just ice flying around. He's so funny. Yeah, my unit had the thing break, it's like a battery, this little round thing.
Capacitor.
Yeah, the capacitor, it looked like a capacitor. That's what broke. So what happened was the AC was on, but the fan wasn't cooling the motor.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just blowing warm air.
Yeah, that's very, very common.
It's very, yeah, especially in Florida. The guy told me. That's what happens here.
Yeah, I think I charged like $300 to fix that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're on fucking. They're on retainer.
Yeah, if you know that if your rent goes up $300, just know, be like, ah, shit, that capacitor. That and the drain is the most common thing.
Oh, the drain is what happened yesterday. He came, he fixed it, and then this morning I had to call him back, be like, nah, this shit still broken.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's easy, and then you fix one issue, and then you're like, ah, it was working before. This is one issue that I saw right away. There's probably nothing else wrong.
Yeah,
but there was
that's
probably
basically
a couple
it.
things wrong. Yeah. It happens. Sometimes you get lazy. And you think you found it right away. You're like, ah, yeah, I'm a G. It's like when you're trading, you see like a couple confluences, but you forget to look at the other ones. And then you're like, ah, shit, now I'm in drawdown. And the guy's like, ah, shit, now I got to go back.
Basically. The AC guy today, like my whole thing is upstairs. He's big dude. Heavyset guy. And he was like, man, I fucking hate stairs. I was like, you want me to bring it down for you? You gotta go up no matter what. Like, hate it or not, you're gonna have to go up. Yeah, I see they scored an empty netter. Hold on, Washington leads 2-1 or 3-1 in the series? 2-1. Yeah, no, I see it. They just showed it. You're right, 3-1 after this. That's your team, guys? That's who you got this year? I'm rooting for the Panthers. You rooting for the Canadians?
Who's the American team? I don't know anything about. What sport is this?
Oh, this is where this is where LeBron James hits a home run. Touchdown! Yeah, remember when LeBron James hit a home run? Touchdown. That's gonna plummet here. Set clean range to the left. Clean range to the right. Nothing here. Nothing here. I need a closure. Canadian, eh? Montreal Canadiens. That's like us naming ourselves like the Florida Floridians. Yeah, obviously, they're the damn Canadians. Behind the Yankees. That's right. You know where the Yankees are from? The city that never sleeps. Definitely over. It was over after the empty netter, the first one. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta go say goodnight to my kids.
Yeah, I just caught like 50 pips on those sells. I closed 3 positions at 22 pips, and then I left the runner run for 50, and I closed it at 50. And I'm up 74 pips for the night. I've been having an amazing, amazing quarter.
Game ended. 3 minutes here for the 30. You're flying home? From where? Yeah, that previous 5 had no bottom wick, and this one just dropped. Yeah, there's no positions here, any kind of entry here. 170 pip stops. So I need this to pull back. Good looking closure on the 30, right? The 4 hours gonna close probably heavily bearish. There's a lot of time here though. Another 30 minutes. Closes bearish. If we can pull up for a resistance, it'd be interesting. Right, we can have some top wick sells. We can have the 30 or the hourly and the 4 hour close really bearish here. But if we can have them, oops, we can have this pull up, right? Then we'll look for top wick entries somewhere at this area. Once the smaller time frame, right? There'll be a top wick on the hourly or the 30 here. Once we close, but on a smaller time frame, you'll see us on the 15 or the 5 pull up here, and I want to form a resistance. Once we establish a resistance and I see a bearish candle print, we'll be part of that top wick entry. Okay, so I'd want to see the resistance form first. We can do this. We will be part of that top wick entry to come down here. Fill the rest of the range. Capiche? So still a top wick entry on the higher time frame. On a smaller time frame, we need to form a resistance, and we will look for this. You're doing the speed limit, get the fuck out of my way. Just go on the sidewalk, bro. That's what I do. As long as I survive. That's right on. Yeah, I don't know. You need like, be in space.
What a dump, bro. I was in this and I had a runner, but I closed the runner at 50.
Nice, nice. Where did you take it? Off the break of the lows here?
Yeah, so once we made the initial break and then we pulled back, I took it on the rebreak.
Nice. Nice.
And then I had a TP at 20 pips for a third of the positions. And then I trailed for like
I mean,
20, 30, and then once it popped to 50, I was like, all right, that's it, and I closed it.
I mean, your stop here is probably what, 30, 40 pips?
Yeah, if we started to, I had like maybe a pineapple like midway through the range max, but yeah, if we started to re-break these highs, then yeah, that's probably would have been it. Oh, one thing, bro. When are you gonna get your PO box, dog? I got
completely
these
forgot about this. Wait,
24 karat gold.
completely forgot. Yo, hold on. We got really no bottom wick on that 30 closure at a support, right? Let's see if this candle can close respecting 32.98. If we close respecting and this 30, right? So if the 15 closes respecting and the 30 doesn't have a bottom, previous 30 doesn't have a bottom wick, maybe this 15 closes respecting and the next 15 pulls back up here. And that's what we can look for. Let's wait for this 15 to close and see if it respects or pulls back. If we close below the range here, I'm just staying out until it comes up and makes a resistance. That was the best through the car speakers. I know some songs just slap through the speakers in the car, but then they're trash when you play them at home. Right? Yo, when you guys come out the club, like, what do you do? Do you guys blast the music?
Nah, my ears hurt, bro.
When I
So
come out
gotta
the club,
go
like I
live.
haven't been to the club in like years, bro. Like honestly, I don't go out to the clubs. But when I used to go out, which was like 3 times a night, like I'd hit up 3 different clubs in an evening. When I get out the club, it would be dead quiet. I do not play fucking, like we went to see, yo, I went to see Tiesto at the Hammerstein Ballroom at like the peak of his like fame.
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
peak,
that would have
peak.
been wild.
And like where all the videos come out, we're all like, you know, when he was popular, at the very peak, maybe 15, 20 years ago. And yo, we came out and it was like a huge party. We got in the car and everyone's like, and I just kept it dead quiet. I can't. When I get out the club, I keep it to silence. Like I don't want nobody talking.
Windows down.
I just want peace. Yeah, I roll, especially when it was in the city. Like it's nice, like nice city breezy night. Like you come out middle, you know, like somewhere on the west side, right? Looking at like I don't know, somewhere around the meatpacking district. Trans Tiesto or Big Room Tiesto? It was Trans Tiesto. It was Stadium Tiesto. Yeah, with the vibes, right? And I'd get out, and I would keep it dead quiet. Middle of the city, just like it's the vibes, right? Late at night, we got Times Square, you got lights everywhere, but like I would keep it dead quiet. I'd open the windows, and I'd like to hear the sound of the city over music. Yeah, this is dumping. Like, there's nothing I can do here. I can just watch it.
Yeah, I need a major pullback to.
Pullback or a support. We need to create a range. It's just driving. Hasn't created a range, so. We're not trying to have a top look entry here and see a pullback for 300 pips again. So I'm gonna need to see a range created, and when it's created, so Tiesto a few times at EDC. Yo,
Yeah, rave like crazy.
the Winter Music Conference. First of all, I went. Like I said, I don't go to clubs anymore, but I went. You know the one in Miami that they have in what's it called, by American Airlines Arena, and what's the park called? I forgot what the park is called. But I went there from 2006 to 2010 every year, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 5 years straight. And the best parties were always like, it was never there. The best parties were always the pool parties that were happening in South Beach, like in the evenings or like in the mornings, throughout the whole week.
Those pool parties were.
Yeah,
In the
so
beginning
I
of
think
the
the best
Airbnb
party I
days.
went to was probably like Danny Tenaglia at the Shelbourne. It was just the best fucking vibes ever. That was
Remember
the
in the
only
very
party that
beginning?
I went to where I came out and I was like, no, we need more music. Turn this up. Yo, we respect it here, but this is the 5. Oh, this is so tough. This can ride up here once it breaks the highs, but this is only the 5. I wish this was the 15. You see it respected this area. If this was the 15, a break of the highs here, I think I would be looking to pull up to the previous candle low. I need some more closures. Maybe the 15 can hold this area. 5 held 15. If not, if we just continue down here, it's going to get really, really tough. Did Trump tweet or what? So honestly, in his first term, when I just started trading, this is what would happen. You'd show up to the charts at like the most not like peak volume. You'd be at the charts at like 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Because last time when Trump was president the first time around, I just started trading. So I didn't know when to trade. I'd just be on the charts all day, and all of a sudden at 3 p.m. you would see 400 pips. I'd be like, damn, this is crazy. And then like you learn how to trade. Trump's out of office. You spend a few years trading. Now I see this. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking crazy, but there's like nothing I would have done here. But this is what used to happen. And like before, if you guys remember, we used to start New York session at 6 a.m. New York session would start 6 a.m. in like 2020, 2021, like when we were doing it, and it would just like, you know, it would be calm. And like 2018, 2019, it would be like this at 6 a.m. But by the time I got profitable in trading, it was Biden already. Like I got profitable in like Biden's first or second term. Feels like a long time ago, but when you think of it in those terms, it was like, damn, I thought I've been profitable through Clinton, through Bush, through Obama. Nah, I've been profitable in the last few years. Maybe 5 closes bullish, 15 closes respecting, and then we can start looking for a ride up. But right now, this is kind of shitty. Be right back. What are you doing? Checking if the Trump tweet was there? This fucker's just coming down, coming down.
Oh, this 1 minute candles, 60 pips.
I'm staying away from the 1 minute. The 1 minute bandits. Kings Oilers. I think we're going back to the Celtics. Oh, I forgot I had my thing outside. Oh, Boston's about to go up 3-1. Whack. So next round, it's Celtics versus the Knicks, I think. Gold's pretending it's MFF. Slip up to hell. It's so crazy. There's a good like 7 or 8 companies that wanted to do business with me, like brokers and funding companies, in like the last year or two, and they're all out of business. All of them. I think besides Hanko. Hanko's the only one still in business. I just wasn't fucking with it.
I used Hango for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they were paying.
I was
pretty good,
withdrawing
but it
every
was-
week, and they would send it right away.
What I would hear from people, there's just a lot of fuckery in terms of the actual trading.
If you're trading a very large account, yeah. I was trading like 0.15 or 0.2. But I was also trading differently back then, so maybe I didn't notice. Maybe I would
Futures
notice.
Charges a very high trade fee, 12.4 on what? What does that mean?
Yeah, I just realized I didn't write that correctly. For every position that you take on the instant funded, they have a commission fee they have a commission rate or a fee rate.
You're
And the
trading
commission
micros?
is charged. Yeah,
Yeah,
the commission
micros
is
have the
0.
most expensive commission fees combined. Yeah, it's very expensive.
yeah.
But even then,
the fees
even
is
then, that's
12
less.
point-
That's less. What do you mean? 12% of what?
Yeah, you're losing like 2 or 3
of
pips
each lot.
with spreads and everything. If you take like a 10 pip position, you probably lost 3
What do you
pips.
mean? They charge, so 12%. They charge.
12.4.
They charge 0.1 of a lot.
No,
Basically
so
paying 364 in and out.
if I use a contract
per
of one,
contract.
Oh yeah,
Let's say- let's say I use
That's
a
each
contract
way.
of
That's
10.
cheaper, bro. That's cheaper than Forex.
how my
No,
spread
in Forex
is
it does $7 a lot.
You're done because in
My spread
Forex you're
is
paying.
high.
That's spread, but you're also paying $7 per lot in commissions.
It is a little bit higher on the micros, but when you're on the
Even on the
mini,
micros, though, it's less than Forex. It's higher than on regular futures, but it's still
How?
less than Forex. Well, look, on
let's
Forex,
say I use a contract of 10 on micros, they charge me $12.40 per position. That's way more
cheap.
than
I get
standard.
charged $30 for that.
yeah, like,
Per position.
bro. On no,
No,
It's
plus the
supposed to be.
spread.
It's not the amount of money. It's supposed to be a percentage of your lot. Like on so
Yes,
so
it's
on my futures
12.4%.
account, I get charged 0.2 of a lot each way. Right, so I get 0.2 to buy, 0.2 to sell. So on any position, if once it's closed out, I've just paid 0.4 of a lot in commissions, right?
Mine tells me I'll run a quick report and tell you
But on my
exactly what I
Forex
paid.
broker, I was paying 0.7 of a lot in commission. Right?
I mean, on
For
a
every lot that I open.
0.3 lot, I'm paying $3.72 for the trade.
Point
And obviously, when I
0.3,
Yeah,
you're
on a
paying
$0.3
$3. So 0.3, that's $3. You're paying
72 cents.
$3. So you're not paying 12%. You're paying 100%.
no, on a 0.3, I'm paying $3.72.
For 3
So on a one
contracts,
lot,
I
you're
pay
paying over
$2 in
$10.
On a one lot, I'm paying $12.40.
Oh,
Yeah,
but listen,
that's a lot.
you
That's-
open
that's
and
triple
close.
what I pay on my broker.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. And there's
paying
a spread on top of
$3.34.
that.
Wait, what are you
and there's
paying
a spread
for
on
3
top of that.
contracts?
He's paying basically he's paying $11 per lot.
Wait, for
$12
those,
per lot.
but for 3 minis,
$12.40 per lot.
I
sorry,
don't
for
know.
3 micros, what
I
did you
don't know.
pay? Because I also take 3
For
micros.
3.72
I paid
for
2
for 3
flat,
micros.
and then on the 134, so 234. The 334 is what I pay.
So you still pay less than I do. And when I close a position, I'm seeing a profit of, let's say, 120, and then I see the profit in the end, and I look at the position, I'm like 80. I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Like,
It
it's absolutely
depends.
insane.
If
Like,
you take a closure and it pulls
massive-
back as you close, there's always like a slight delay if you're not trading on the actual like
yeah. very different than my Forex. My Forex, and I'm double, because I trade both right now at the same time. I'm double the profit on my Forex than I am on the
But then again, this is futures, so
for
at the
today.
end, you're getting to, I mean, futures, this is a futures prop firm, right? So at the end, you're getting to keep 100% of your payouts. Like, instead of on another
Yeah,
prop firm paying
yeah.
80 or 70, or getting 80 or 70% of a payout. So yeah, I think it all, at the end, like, no matter what risk management a company uses, I think it kind of all evens out at the end. Unless a company's using like every single one of those
balances out,
rules.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Some
Especially with
companies use
spreads.
one rule, some use another.
I haven't used a prop firm in maybe 2 years, so it's a shock to me, basically, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting something like that, but I gave it a shot to, you know, promote you as well and see how it really works and everything. And now today they just changed at 5 p.m. They just changed their payout format. They just changed their consistency rule, sorry, and so many other stuff starting today, because they were paying out way too much money, so they were going to lose a lot, and they had to change everything.
Everybody
So
be
as
making
of
money.
today, bro, they
It's
paid out
it's
700 grand in a month.
It's the
These
instant
firms are
fund that's-
realizing people are
Yeah.
actually doing it for real this time, and they're not.
Yeah,
fucking around.
2%
There's
profit
just
is what the
a
minimum
lot
was. They're
more
changing
better
it to
traders
5%.
nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, they're changing it to 5% instead of 2%. And then when you can withdraw, they lowered it by almost 75% as to what you can withdraw. So it's insane. I mean, I have to make 7,500 to be able to have the right to withdraw.
I honestly,
on a
I wouldn't
150
withdraw
account.
until I make 10, 15.
Yeah, but you can't. You can only withdraw with the new accounts 3,500 maximum, but with the old accounts you could withdraw 5,000.
Nice.
And you can only withdraw every 2 weeks, every 14 days, unless you pay to have it withdrawn anytime. So the max I can withdraw for a new account right now, I still have the old accounts, obviously, will be 10K per month, but the new accounts will be 7,000 per month. So I won't even be able to withdraw all of the profits for like 4 months. It's just ridiculous.
So
It really cuts.
I think
on
there's a
everything.
certain amount of trading days, like that you can
No.
that you achieve with profitability before they allow you to unlock that amount.
Yeah,
No,
and then you can
no,
get,
there's no
I'm
minimum
pretty sure
trading
it's like
days.
that, and then you get the full payout.
I think you have to trade like maybe 40 profitable days. So
No, not with top
I did
one.
not see something. Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
not-
see anything of that nature.
I agree with Jay. There's no rule like that.
Is that for Top Step?
So when does
Top
your
Step,
No,
yes.
buffer
top
open
one.
up?
Top Step has something
Oh.
like that. But
So when
Yeah,
does your
I don't
buffer
know
open
about
up for
Top Step.
withdrawal?
You
A
you can
buffer-
pay on Top Step on top one.
Yeah.
So the original one is as soon as you hit 2% profit of your overall account, you can start withdrawing funds. Then you have to make sure that you have that 20.
Your limit goes up
20
immediately. Once you hit that withdrawal, it goes up to your what the account was plus 100.
Yeah, but you have to also make sure that you don't go
Yeah, that you
over
got a
the
buffer.
20% consistency rule.
And you got a buffer
And
when
then-
withdrawing.
Yeah, then they
Otherwise,
protect
there's no
you.
point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you make 3K, you're not going to withdraw that right away unless you really need the money and you want to make your money back. That's fine. But then you restart at 150 plus 100. But once you keep going, once you reach the 20K, then you can do that. But you have to have withdrawn like 3 times or something like that. The thing is, you can't withdraw max more than 5,000. I'm making 1,000 a day is the goal, so that I can withdraw 5K and then I don't breach the 20% consistency rule. So if I still have the old account that will work for me, then they'll decide once I've withdrawn 60K if they'll put me on an actual live trading account or not, or if they'll just keep me on a simulated one. But then I would lose all of the actual accounts from the 3. It goes down to 1. I can't combine any of them either. So I would make 5K. I could withdraw at the most 5K, and then it would be twice a month. So the max I could make with 10K. So I would take me a couple of months to do that. If I'm doing that on the new account, then it's even more difficult. I have to make 5% profit minimum on the account, which is 7,500 on a 150. I still have the consistency rule, of course, to respect, but then any profit that I would make,
I'm gonna have a sell stop.
I cannot withdraw. Sorry. No, we're trading. No, shut my mouth.
I'm just gonna have a sell stop on the break of the lows and stops are gonna be on the break of the highs, just because we've tried to come up here and make a top wick for the 1 hour. bullish. But we made a top wick first. Teens made a top wick, try to come up here. Yeah, stop would be the bullish hourly flip or the bullish 30 flip. Well, it came up really quickly. Makes sense. Closed below, pulled back up in range, then closed there. Got to the opening of the previous candle. Breaks the lows. It should technically run down. If it re-breaks its own highs, I will delete the sell stop. All right, deleting sell stop right there. Broke its own high. I would expect it because the 30 just flipped for a split second. It did. There you go.
Yeah, so the only one good thing they have is the minimum withdrawal used to be 2%.
Yeah, the 2% on the, and if you get an instant funded, like it's not hard at all. It's 2 or 3 trades, right?
The thing with these prop firms and these funded accounts is that if it doesn't affect your strategy, then the worst that these rules can do is just make you lower your lot size and stretch out how often you take a withdrawal.
Yeah.
But even then, like on this account, I'm risking 1/10 of what I used to risk, and I'm doing like $500 a day. So within 3 weeks, I should be able to withdraw $3,500 on each account, and then every 8 days after that, around $2,200 each account. All I have to do is just I took a $2,000 loss already, and I made it back within 2 days. Like every day is just consistent, low risk.
Yeah.
And then eventually, once you get the ball rolling, you need 40, and with Apex at least, you need 40 profitable days, and then the buffer that you built, you're allowed to withdraw into that buffer and take all of it out and basically leave the account with nothing. So that's why I was asking, what is that threshold with, like if you made your 5,000 and then can you and your max is 5,000, if you withdraw the full 5,000, you're left with nothing in the account, right? Is
no,
there
you're
like
left
a
with
minimum amount of days before you can do that, or is there no limit on?
No, there's nothing. And like Wick said, let's say you have a 150K account, you're at 155,000. You didn't break the 20% consistency rule. You didn't make more than 1,000 a day. You can withdraw the entire 5K. Then they'll bring the account back to 150, but they'll add $100 on the account just so that you are not in the negative. And that's what they'll do.
Yeah, so you can't go below like 150, 100.
Yeah.
Same thing with Apex. It makes sense. I mean, it is a little bit harder. Takes a little bit more time. But when you have scaled accounts, do they move you to live automatically, or do they ask you?
No, they don't ask. They have an account manager who will verify your trades, look at how you traded and everything, and then they'll make an informed decision as to what they think is best, if they're going to put you onto a live or not. If they put you onto a live, they'll close all of your actual trading accounts that you have that are simulated, all of them, and then only put you on one live account of 150, not a 450 because you had 3 or anything like that, just one, and it'll be live, no more simulated.
What are the difference in rules on the live versus the simulated?
I didn't even get to look at that because I was like, there's no point for me to do that because there's still a massive long way for me to start withdrawing anything. If I'm going to withdraw that, I mean, that's at least 2 months. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it depends, bro. I was like, all right, it's going to take me a little bit longer to take withdrawals on this larger account because I'm using a smaller lot size. The payout threshold is larger, but after I reach it, within the 8 days, I should be able to withdraw several thousand every 8 days. And I was like, damn, I'm doubling what I thought I was going to make every single day with a smaller lot size. So you never know. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, the payout is only every 14 days.
Damn, this is running.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact 5 broke that previous high. I didn't want it to re-break the high. I wanted to respect. And I would have said, all right, we're respected. We're not making higher highs. We can look to lower lows. I would have had a sell stop here. Made sense on every time frame. I'd be surprised if this doesn't fill the wick, but I also wouldn't get in here because I want an optimal entry. 2 minutes here for the 4-hour closure.
Yeah, so you can withdraw every 8 days. With top 1 futures, you can only withdraw every 14 days unless you pay the 15% extra prior to buying the instant funded. So you have the instant funded, then you can add on the 15% to pay to get payouts anytime. But that just adds up and adds up and adds up, right? So if you fail them, it's a lot of money gone. But if you do make it, then you can withdraw anytime. That's the benefit of it. But I don't see the point in paying for it because you can lose the account. So,
well, it depends on the payout. If the payout's big enough, you just want to secure like 5 accounts worth of payouts. Fuck it.
You can't have 5 accounts. The maximum is 3 accounts. They don't allow you to have more.
5 accounts worth of payouts. Like if you're withdrawing like 2K, and you know,
you mean
2K,
okay.
It's gonna blow that whole account. I'll take it. Give me 2K, and then I'll buy 5 more accounts.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I'm doing decent. I'm very close to a payout, but I don't know if I'm gonna withdraw it at that point.
That's why I was asking how long before you can withdraw the whole thing. Because if you build to a decent buffer,
anytime, as long as you respect those rules.
This was really.
You have to have the 2% minimum.
Wild.
Yeah, and it refilled it. Yeah, and I didn't take it either. I've been scalping.
Yeah, no, I tried to take it, but it slipped me 13 pips, so I just closed break even.
Yeah, 13 pips.
13. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's where I didn't take
man, that's
around 15 pips in. I was like, no, this is already settling for an entry.
Man, like 40 pips down. My God.
No, it's going to come down all the way.
Yeah, it's refilled it on futures, right?
My sell stop was 32.92, and it activated me at 32.91. Almost 20 pips.
Well, you're in profit now 10 pips if you didn't close.
No, I closed immediately.
Okay.
Way too much for
Just
me.
didn't like this 5. We came down here, we broke the lows, and then we freaking re-broke the highs. At that point, I'm like, all right, we're making higher highs, higher lows. Like, if this 5 held this high here, it's to sell stop. Well, sometimes shit like that happens.
Yep.
It was nice too. The stops weren't that bad here. 40 pips. 50 pips. That's the 4-hour closure here. At support. Not much room. Which one of you are looking for a bottom wick and a buy? Would you still look for sells even if we are at a strong higher time frame support on the 4-hour? I will look for sells if this is able to come up and form a resistance. But the way it closed right at support, you need a lot more candles to print. You need at least 2 or 3 2 15-minute candles. Like the next 15 won't tell me anything. In terms of entry, it can give a lot of info, but there won't be an entry. I'd need a closure. This 15 is either going to have to come back up in range, or this is going to have to create a bottom wick. Break down and create a bottom wick, and then the next 15 you could start locking in, seeing if it did any of that. But you're gonna need stuff to print here, which means it's 10 p.m. on a Sunday. We might call it here. Yeah. Let's see what this does. There's a lot of room to come down here. I just don't like the closure. Really no bottom wick, and it's kind of at this 4-hour level. So there's room to come down to the rest of these wicks, which is over 100 pips actually. You got another 200 pips you can come down. But the only way I would take this here is if this candle right now creates a bottom wick, right? It creates that range and then pulls up, and then it closes bullish on the break of that. I wouldn't mind taking it. So something like a celery play, right? But I'd want this first to pull back up. Second of all, I'd want this bottom wick to be like this. Then I can have a stop, and I can have a trade in the direction of momentum, of volume, right? Perfect. It's creating that bottom wick here. If it can pull up and close bullish like this, the break of whatever bottom wick it creates would be a position. As long as this can close bullish, and we can get this, right? Or this. But you've been scalping the liquidity pools close 380 this session. Awesome. Synchronization ish is lame. Yeah, I get synchronization a lot. I get that, like, I get like sometimes, you know, 3-4 pips. Sometimes it's like 8 pips. It happens. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, if you're trading and you're profitable, it shouldn't be a big bother. Just like the commissions or everything else, right? For the most part, you know, people that are profitable, like commissions or the commissions or the fees or everything you're paying, that's just a drop in a bucket. Yeah, Toby, exactly. Yeah, but it made sense because now you've withdrawn like a whole bunch of accounts worth. You might as well just, you know, you buy 2 accounts now, and you've made 30 something $100, right? $3,500, and now you have 2 accounts instead of making.
Yeah, that's the plan for me. That's always been the
account.
To get to the payout, trade it long enough so I can withdraw all of the money, and then just buy more accounts and do the same thing again.
This way you're not. This way it's always house money.
And then once there's a large enough fund for a live account, you stop doing that shit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a session here. 10 pips, 11 pips for the session. That's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bring your A game. It's been fun. Nice stream to come back to. Very relaxed. I'm so happy to be back. All right, gang. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Hasta la pasta.
Have a good night, brother.
Eddie, I gotta work on that. Maybe I'll pull up by you sometime this week.
Whenever, dog.
I'll see. I need some time, but I'll figure it out. Either that, or gotta get to my post office. But I'll hit you up. Anyway, see you tomorrow, gang. Congrats. Oh, that was win number 480
everybody.
on stream.
Thanks, Wix.
I gotta change that record too.
480.
All right, gang. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.